Go for
What's
it.
up, guys? Welcome back to another interview. Today we got the man himself, Ginty. He's fighting Saturday against Halal Ham on Misfits '05. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad, man. Feeling good. How about you?
I'm good, bro. I'm chilling. Let's start from the start. I want you to tell me how you started up, how you got the fame on TikTok and everything.
Over lockdown, I was just banging out TikToks, posting every day. I was chasing my dream really, and I ended up making them what people thought funny, and kept going and going and going, and the followers just grew and grew and grew, and yeah, we've managed to build up to 1.5 million. So I'm grateful. I'm blessed.
Yes, sir. Because I had seen your TikToks, but when I've seen you, like on the press conference when you were fighting JMX, I was like, I know this guy, but I don't really know from where. Then I've checked and I saw, oh, it's this guy that I used to watch his TikToks. I was like, damn. Like, before I go to the JMX fight and talk about the fight, because I got a lot to talk about that fight. But first of all, how you got your first fights? Like how you got into boxing? Just to explain real quick to the viewers.
I've did a bit of boxing before, like on and off, nothing serious, like a few months of training. And then I liked watching it and I was a fan of the influencer boxing scene. And then Kingpin did the boxing event,
Yeah.
TikToker event, first TikToker one. Not TikTokers versus YouTubers, just a TikToker one. I was like, this is a start. I can start here, build myself up. So I jumped on the undercard of Simple Simon versus Ed Matthews. I sent a DM to Kingpin and they were happy to have me on and it just went from there.
Yeah, so first you were supposed to fight on this event against some guy named Luke Bennett, right?
Yeah, we didn't know what the weight difference was. It was, yeah, a lot bigger than we thought. I thought I could cut down to near about his weight, and he thought he could come up, but it just wasn't possible. And yeah, it got cancelled, and then I got a backup replacement 2 weeks out, and I won.
So you fought against who on Kingpin?
Hey Reese,
Aries. That fight you won by decision or finish was?
decision, yeah, on points.
Yeah. So that was your first fight, but let's talk right now. Then your second fight, a huge opportunity it was against somebody we can say he's well known in this game. We've known him. He's like the dark horse of UT boxing. When they hear JM, nobody wants to fight this guy. But then you stepped up and you fought the guy that nobody wants to fight. Talk to me through it, how that fight came up and all the emotions before the fight and everything.
Yeah, so funnily enough, the opponent I'm fighting now, Halal Ham, DM me because he's friends with JMX and he was looking for an opponent, and I just saw it as a big opportunity. I was like, I can't turn this down. You know, everything's meant to be, and maybe I was like, I cannot turn this down because I might not get the opportunity again. And we found out I got loads of heart. We found out, I'm not the worst boxer, and it just opened me up to a bigger audience and it gave me opportunities further on Misfits because of my performance, which I'm grateful for. And yeah, it was scary fighting someone 6'5" and ripped, but I just soaked up. I'm good under pressure. I'm good under pressure. I've had a fight before, so it wasn't that. I was excited walking out, but yeah, it took a lot of mental strength to be like, you know, everyone doubted me when it first got announced to be like, I'm gonna win this, and eventually I did believe it, and we got in the ring, and I got dominated, but I just gave it my all, and I didn't stop until I physically couldn't no more. So all I could do was give it my all, and that's what I did, and the fans liked it, and everyone liked it, so I'm back again.
Yes, sir. Before I go in details to the fight, first time when you got the call, you're gonna fight JMX. Like, were you doubting or 100% you were like, I can't mess up an opportunity like this. It's huge. I can take him.
At first, I was gonna say no, just because I was like, I don't want a first loss, I don't want to take an L. 2 weeks notice. This guy's been in camp for months. I'm not fit, So I just quickly started a 2 week training camp. I trained every day, every single day, ate well. From going out twice a week, drinking alcohol, eating McDonald's, everything, to literally eating next to nothing, eating healthy, cutting down weight, cutting down the body fat, literally switching everything. And I did the best I could. But yeah, at first I was like, really, like, can I even do this? And I spoke to my coach, and my coach saw footage of JMX and thought I could win. Um, so obviously, coaches, they've done this for 10, 20 years. They know what weaknesses are of people, and he saw I could win. He thought I could win, so I took the fight, and yeah.
So what did your surroundings say when you were gonna fight JMX? Like they said, go for it, or like they said, I don't know.
They said mixed opinions, big opportunity, you can't turn it down. This will be good for your career. Um, at the same time, JMX, he's big guy, undefeated. He's gonna destroy you, one of the best in the scene. Be careful, bro. This, that, and the other. So I just did it. I just chose I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity, and I went with it.
Yes, sir. So now let's fast track. You got the fight with JMX. Like I'm not even saying this because you're here, but you fought somebody with two past amateur fights, a big guy. You moved up the fight against JMX, right? Like it wasn't your
Yeah.
natural weight as well.
Honestly, when I cut my body fat down, I'm like 80 kg, This guy sits on about 100. He's built with muscle. I'm just built with body fat. He's a lot bigger than me. Height wise, only by 2 inches, but he's just a lot muscly and defined. Like, what I mean, I shouldn't fight at that weight. I was just unhealthy. I only had 2 weeks to train, and I was just, fat, not fat, but body
Yeah.
fat. Um, yeah.
So you fought somebody way bigger than you, the dark horse of YouTube, two amateur fights, and I believe he had an MMA fight once
He
because
did,
he
yeah, he
even
won that.
called out Logan Paul. Yeah. So like three fights and way more experience than you, but you fought him. And not only that, first round, the fight was happening early on, you knock him down.
Yeah. I know,
What
to be fair, I got knocked down in like the first 10 seconds, to be fair. That's how it started, to be fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
still you knock JMX down. Nobody expected it. They thought you were in there to just to survive, but
Yeah,
that
everyone thought
was
I was getting knocked out in the first round. So yeah, I just have heart, and people didn't really, either they didn't know me or they didn't know that about me because my chin hadn't really been tested. And
yeah.
I guess people found out, and yeah, then I knocked him down myself. It's just the same combo we was working on in that camp, the left, right, left hook. And that's what I threw, and then I knocked him down with it. His feet were in a bad placement. His foot was like over my foot, and I hit him, and he fell. But yeah, it's just a shot we were practicing the whole camp, so I'm glad it paid off. And yeah, I was really happy when that happened. I was like, don't underestimate me. I was pounding my chest like, yeah.
Yeah, that was my next question. When you knocked him down, first 2 seconds, what were you feeling? Like you knew it was gonna happen, or you were shocked? Like what was your first initial thoughts when you just knocked him down? Everybody's screaming.
I didn't expect it. I was just like happy. I don't know. It's like everything happened so fast in there. Everything was just when you're in the ring, it's crazy. I was just like excited. I don't know. I wasn't really surprised. I was just more like, yeah, let's go. Like, like don't underestimate me because you're on the floor now, and you said you'd get me out of there in like a round. So,
He didn't.
yeah,
Yeah. So talking about the knockdown, you know, some people, no, before I ask you this, it was counted as a knockdown, right? It was
yeah,
counted as a knockdown.
yeah.
So a lot of people were saying this is not a knockdown, but in my opinion, it's the shot that set up the knockdown. They're saying he slipped, but I think it was both his placement and your shot. If it wasn't your shot, he wouldn't have been dropped like that. That's how
Exactly.
I see it.
Look, the judges, the referee knows best. They're trained referees. They've been doing this for years. He counted him out. He counted him. He scored as a knockdown. It was a knockdown. Like, sorry, pardon me.
Oh, good.
If it wasn't the punch, he wouldn't have fell. If he stayed like that, I didn't throw that combination, he wouldn't have dropped. So, but yeah, his footwork was bad there, but which helped me to knock him down. But the combo is what made him fall, man. People got to accept that.
Yeah, because it was both foot misplacement and also your shot. If it wasn't your shot, he wouldn't have been
It's a
dropped.
fair knockdown. You know, he wasn't
Yeah.
hurt, but it was a knockdown's a knockdown. You know,
I mean, even like yesterday, Jake Tommy Fury, it's something similar, I guess. I don't think Tommy was hurt. He just got up in a second.
I feel like he lost balance because of a shot. You know, when you get hit
Yeah,
and you lose balance, you're not hurt, but you're stunned for like.
yeah,
I
for
feel
the
like that
split
happened to Tommy
seconds. Yeah,
Fury. I don't feel like I hurt JMX. His foot was just in a bad place already, whereas Tommy got caught and then his foot lost balance for a second, and yeah.
yeah, probably. But that fight got finished. You lost. After the fight, walk me through what were you thinking, like in behind the scenes, like backstage. What were your initial thoughts?
Obviously, sad to lose. Sad that I didn't make it to the final bell. I wish I did. It was my fitness, to be honest. If I had more time, if I fought him now, I'd 100% go to the final bell. I wouldn't say I'd beat him, but I definitely give him a better fight, and I would definitely go to the final bell. It was just my fitness. My legs were so tired, you know, like running around that ring away from him, and just yeah, I didn't get time to train, and yeah. But what was the question?
I even
Oh yeah,
forgot.
no, I
Like,
took it well. I
yeah,
took it well. Everyone was showing me so much love. I wasn't really down about it at all. Everyone was just praising me, and I
100%. You
felt
showed a
good.
lot of heart. You showed a lot of heart that fight, and you earned many new fans after they've seen your performance. And a lot of people saw this. Even Logan Paul was watching JMX against you. A lot of people were watching it.
Crazy, yeah. I saw Logan Paul tweet about it. I was like, that's sick.
Yeah. So the fight happens. After that fight, how long did it take you to come back, to go back to training? Did it like take you how much time?
I took like 2 weeks off, and then I started training in November, but at a low tempo. I properly upped it in December. And I started camp about mid-December properly. And then yeah, January is where New Year, you know, went out, celebrated New Year's, whatever. And then yeah, then serious, you know, New Year, everything, just fight training. And yeah, since then it's been proper serious. So yeah, it's just slowly up in the tempo as I got closer. But from New Year's, it was well, the past 8 weeks have been solid. So
Yeah, one more question. So like I can understand. How much did you weigh against JMX?
195 pounds.
195, and like right now, can you say it or because it's
Yeah,
fighting
you'll
time
see
now?
it at the weigh-in in 2 days
All right.
anyway. 190 is what we're fighting at. So 86 kg and under. For JMX, I was 88. But funny thing is, I struggled to make weight for the JMX because my body fat was so high, I was so out of shape. Even though I trained every day. um, I got on fight week. I got to the hotel. I was at 93, 94 kg. So I had to lose like 6 kg in like 24 hours to make the weight. So I was wrapping myself around in bin bags, running on the treadmill for half an hour, having a hot bath, wrapping myself around in towels to sweat it off, putting myself in saunas, steam room, whatever. And yeah, it was quite painful. But this time I'm on the weight already because I've had a proper camp. So don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that. But yeah, it was painful, man. I had to lose 6 kg. So I was literally sitting at about, after I made weight, I probably went back up to like 90, 91, 92. So, and I'm already 86 kg. That's the 86
Yeah.
and under. So, yeah,
Six kgs in 12 hours, and
24, 24.
oh yeah, in 24 hours. This was your first time cutting weight like that, right?
It wasn't as bad the first time. With my first fight, I did have to cut, but probably half as bad. I already
Yeah.
knew what I was doing, but this one was worse. Yeah.
Okay, so at least it wasn't your first time, because weight cutting, a lot of the UFC fighters, everybody says that weight cutting is the hardest part and fighting is just fun. That's what they say. It's really hard.
Yeah,
Six
Wayne Cline's
kgs.
long.
Yeah.
It's mental toughness. Yeah, it's weight cutting. Yeah, no, it's tough. It's I'd rather just get the weight cut before I need to. So yeah, um, yeah, it's nice that it's over and done with now, and I don't have to really worry about it. But I guess sometimes it's part of the process, you know. But this time I don't have to worry too much because I've worked hard and had a proper camp. So
Yeah. Was there any times you wanted like you thought like you're gonna miss weight or you wanted to quit during the 24 hours? Or
Yeah,
you know
it
you
was it was a mental battle. Yeah, 100%. It was tough. I wasn't allowed to eat from like I didn't eat for over 24 hours in between when I needed to weigh in. I literally had was like a tiny sip of water, and then I didn't even drink water for like 18 hours.
Oh,
So I literally had to get every water weight off me. But yeah, it was very mentally challenging and tough. But I'm
yeah,
a tough kid, I guess. So I done it.
that's the hardest part in the sport. Most of the fighters agree, and you did that, and you came up and you knocked down JMX, the dark horse of YouTube.
Yeah,
So
man, exactly.
yeah. So now after all that, now you gotta fight this Saturday, Misfits '05 against Halal Ham. Like some people will say who's Halal Ham, but this is the only guy that went decision against Salt Poppy. It's not an easy fight. Like you're not taking no easy fight. It's not a cakewalk, but you've been preparing. So walk me through it about prediction and what do you think will be different from your previous fight?
Can I just say, yes, he's the only guy that Sol Papi took the distance, but at the same time, he's like Sol Papi's first fight. If he was better, knockout. Two, the most important factor, 16-ounce gloves. 10-ounce pro gloves, 16-ounce different. I could take 16-ounce gloves bangs all day. 10-ounce, if they fought in 10-ounce, Halal Ham would have been finished. That's what I think. Yeah. This time, I've had
I
a
mean,
full camp.
yeah.
My cardio was the issue. I gassed out in like one round last time. I only had 2 weeks to train. Um, but this time my cardio is going to be there. This is the only fight apparently that he's taken serious. With the weight loss and everything we see, and because usually he doesn't really train that hard. But it seems like he's actually training for once, so that's good to see. He'll give me a good fight. Um, what else was I gonna say? Prediction. I'm just
Uh,
gonna outclass him. He thinks he's gonna be fast and lost weight and dodge all my punches, bro. I've legit. I was literally starting to put on weight from the JMX fight again. I went up from 91 to like 99 kg, bro. Nearly hit 100, and now I'm down to 86. I've lost 13 kg. Don't know if you can tell. Like I'm a lot healthier
yeah.
now than like literally end of December. I'll have before and after pictures, but you'll see I've put in the work, man. He's lost weight. I've lost weight too. It's not gonna be. I don't know. He's underestimating me. He's underestimating me. I'm maybe underestimating him, but I just think I'm above him. I have the physical advantages as well, the reach, the height. He's just gonna have a tough time, really. Um, yeah, I don't see him making the final bell. Um,
Ooh.
like I just I reckon I'm a load fitter, and he's just going to be gassed out, and I'm just better. I'll hit. He won't be able to take my punches. Like maybe in the first round, I'll have to break him down, but um, he's
Yeah.
gonna he's gonna get stopped, man. I'll probably go for a late stoppage if I'm honest. But he's just gonna come and try and make it a dog fight, and he's gonna get caught on the way in. If he's not careful, he'll get dropped. So
Yeah.
yeah,
How many rounds is your fight with
three,
Walham? Three
three.
rounds? Okay. So he has already went 3 rounds like multiple times. But also, do you think this is gonna be the best version of Halal Ham? Because against DTG, like we've seen him, like I don't know if it was only for a show, but he was eating cakes. It was like not taking it seriously. This time, not a lot of tweets. He like it's obvious he's working too hard for this, but also you're working too hard for this. You've said you lost just as much as him. So what do you think would be different, like fighting wise, from your JMX fight and this fight, and also you gotta reach on him. How tall is he? I don't want to say it wrong. He's
5'6".
5'6", and you're 6'2", right?
3.
6'3", and that's gonna be tough for him. But yeah, what was my question? So
I know. Yeah, this is the first fight he's taken serious. Yeah, 100%. You can tell. Um, Good. He's gonna give me a good fight. Great. Um, I don't have much else to say. I forgot what your question
Yeah,
was. I feel like you asked me multiple questions. I don't know.
yeah. My bad, my bad. What
Um,
was different? Like what we are gonna see different from you from the JMX fight, like boxing wise.
One, my cardio is going to be a lot better. I've had a full camp instead of 2 weeks, so oh, if he out cardio, I know he's been working hard apparently, and blah blah blah. But I really don't. I see myself having a bad cardio. There's no way he out cardios me. And he's gonna swing himself out. He's gonna make himself tired. I'm gonna make him miss, and I'm gonna make him pay. And yeah, what else
Yes,
was the
sir.
question? What am I gonna do more? I'm just JMX is so like big, and like this guy, he's fucked. I'm just gonna
Um,
have power punches. I worked on my power. Um,
I mean, you're gonna have a big reach advantage against him. Like contrary to JMX's fight, you're a big guy, but you're also fighting a bigger guy, taller guy, 6'5". Now you got a way shorter guy.
That's crazy. I'm fighting a guy a foot smaller, a whole foot, 6'5" to 5'5", So, I mean, he's gonna have a hard time coming in, really. I mean, I'll be surprised if he's able to hit me.
Yeah.
We all know what his game plan is. He's a short fighter. He's gonna try and swing and pressure me, but I can take it. That's what I've prepared for. So he can try, but he's just gonna come in and get caught, and it's gonna be
Yes.
ref.
So, last question. Do you think you're a bit underestimating Halal Ham?
No, I've trained hard as hell. This is the hardest I've ever trained for a camp. Um, my other two fights, there's stuff that I've done this camp that I've never done. I've not trained this hard. I've never had a full camp like this. We're expecting him to come out, pressure on me non-stop, put it on me. Like maybe I'm underestimating him. I feel like I'm above him, but we've trained hard, as in not underestimating him training wise. Like my coach has got it installed in my head that he's gonna come out, try and take my head off. Whether he does is another question, but he's gonna try and at that pace for 3 rounds. So we're ready. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's a wrap. Last thing I want to ask you is final prediction on the fight. Your final words.
Um, I think it's gonna be a stoppage round three. Um, Halal Ham's finished. This is it. The influencer boxing journeyman is gonna come to an end. This is it. He's done. All his fights controversial. He's no good, and this is the last time you'll see him. This is it.
That's a cold-blooded message, bro. I'm so excited for your fight Saturday night. Everybody's gonna tune in to watch this. I wish you the best, man. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for coming on my show. I appreciate it a lot, bro.